Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you, SABAREESHWARAN, sir?
Sir, I am fine, sir. Very good, sir. How are you, sir?
Okay. Uh, could you briefly introduce yourself to us?
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is SABAREESHWARAN. I am from Namakkal district of Tamil Nadu, and my graduation is B Pharmacy from Madurai Medical College, sir. After that, I was working as a pharmacist in retail pharma. Later, I switched to wholesale pharma, sir. Right now, I'm working as a drug distributor in Namakkal itself. And my hobbies involves I practice Vipassana meditation and I do fitness walking, sir.
So, Mr. SABAREESHWARAN,
Sir,
you have done B Pharma.
yes, sir.
Okay. I want to ask you about role of big multinationals in pharmaceutical business.
Sir,
Is it true that they manipulate a lot of policies? For example, the criteria for, BP, for cholesterol levels,
sir,
they keep on changing the criteria, make it more
sir,
stringent. That is
sir,
number one. Number two, the quality of generic drugs
sir.
vis-a-vis the drugs which are produced by
Branded,
multinationals. So there's a lot
sir,
of controversy whether generic drugs quality is as good as produced by multinationals or not. So these are the
sir.
two questions I want to ask you about the multinationals.
Yes, sir. Sir, as far as that multinational companies, as far with respect to the pharma lobbying and that influencing the government policies, to some extent, unfortunately, it is yes, it is that true, sir. For your first question, that manipulation of that BP level, all these things, we can take clinical reason as well as that non-clinical reasons. As we are in that coming up, we can see that non-communicable diseases has been rising in these days. So that could be the one reason that why that standard is changing, so that we need to adapt to that level. For that, it's to some extent it's a correct way in the medical terms I'm speaking, sir. For the second question, sir, there is a difference between generic medicines or the branded medicines with respect to safety, efficacy. Sir, in my understanding, it is not proven that there is a low quality with respect to the generic medicines, whereas the branded medicine is the high quality, sir. Because all the generic medicines are World Health Organization certified. It's only produced by that comply with the good manufacturing practices. So in that terms, that bioavailability and bioequivalence both are same in both generic medicines and the branded medicines, sir.
In your hobbies, you have mentioned one hobby as fitness walking.
Sir,
So I was slightly, surprised. What is this fitness walking, and how does this fitness walking compare with jogging,
yes, sir.
or and also walking on a treadmill and walking
Sir,
in open ground?
yes, sir. Sir, that slight difference between that fitness walking and the jogging with respect to the km per hour, sir. In the fitness walking, I do walk around 6 to 7 km per hour, whereas in that jogging, 10 km per hour, sir. That 3 km is the difference, main difference. And the second thing, sir, the difference between the treadmill walking, it will be smooth, very in the closed space. There will not be any external circumstances like air or wind or something. Will be that environmental space will be controlled inside that treadmill and or the gym. Whereas in that outside, sir, that terrain will not be smooth and the same, and we can observe the nature and we can enjoy that external atmosphere. So this is the difference with treadmill walking and that open space walking.
Can you tell me what is 12, 3, and 30 formula? Are you aware of this 12, 3, 30 formula?
So sorry, sir, I do not know, sir. I will read about it.
12% incline, 3 minutes, 3 miles per hour walk on treadmill, and 30 minutes on treadmill. So
Okay,
12%
sir.
3 miles and 30
Right.
minutes.
So new to me, sir. I will go through it, sir.
Okay. Anyway, you have appeared, Mr. Sabarishwaran, quite a few times
Yes,
for
sir.
this exam.
Yes, sir.
And if I'm correct, your resume shows that you cleared mains also twice. Is that
So
correct?
thrice. Yes, so twice, sir. And three time I appeared, but cleared twice.
Okay. Now, have you made any analysis that what was the reason for that you couldn't make it in last
Yes, sir.
attempts? And
Yes, sir.
if you have diagnosed the problems, how you have tried to overcome those problems?
Yes, sir. Sir, with respect to that problem, why I couldn't make in the previous attempt, sir. First, I would say, uh, so I was too much focused on the result, so that reduced my efforts. I was not focused on my results in the efforts. And the second thing, I was now thinking that in that kind of illusion, I know everything. It's not necessary to ask any doubts. So I did not do any course correction. Then these two are the main reasons. And also third thing I would say, one is I was so focused on that result instead of that effort. And the second thing, I was hesitant to ask doubt or seek help from the guidance or some mentors. And the third, I was not so self-aware at that time. So the three things where I focused after the post attempts. So I focused on the efforts. I put enough hard work and and I sought help from the mentors and the guidance. I worked more on the strategically. So that helped me to crack on the next consecutive attempts.
Mr. Goel, please.
Mr. Chairman. Uh, Sabarish, Sabarish
Sir,
is enough, no? You have done
yes,
BCM and you are dealing with the drugs. The
yes, sir.
medicine, the pharmaceuticals.
Yes, sir.
Our big problem is the APIs, active pharmaceutical
Yes,
ingredient.
right, sir.
Uh, Around 90%, how much was China supplying? 90% of our
So,
API?
so 65 to 70%, sir.
Has the situation now changed or it's still the same?
So it's been changing, sir. Particularly after the post-COVID, we have been taking measures.
So how much earlier it used to be you said 70%. What
Yes, sir,
percentage
70 to 80.
are now being supplied by China?
Sir, earlier it was 80%, but now it's reduced to 60 to 65%, sir.
70% is the current one.
Yes,
At one time, when India became the pharmaceutical giant, so to say, or the
sir,
pharmaceutical hub of the world,
sir.
we were a very active API industry.
Right, sir.
What happened to it? Why did we lose on the APIs?
Yes, sir. So the main reason during the 1970s to 1990s, India was self-sufficient when it comes to that API. That reason behind that, at that time we had the Indian Patent Law 1970, which allowed to process that process patent, and also we had that local drug manufacturers under that proper technology and all. But the same time, China, what they did, they had advanced technology and their scalability is very high, and that cost effectiveness is that very played a major role, sir. In order to reduce the cost and to increase the scalability, Indian drug manufacturer moved from that self-sufficiency to import from that API, which was the case it's later the years which followed. So continuously we have been dependent on that Chinese APIs. However, in the recent times, its trend has been changing because of that government efforts.
All right. Let us move on to maritime security. You have from
Sir,
Tamil. Can you tell
sir,
me the main pillars or the main elements of a maritime security matrix?
sir, like security and trade wise, sir. I could,
I'm not fragmenting security into one or the other. Overall.
sir,
Okay, first of all, tell me, what is maritime security all about?
yes, sir. Sir, maritime security is that the country's strategic project or strategic vision that ensure that free and peace and inclusive open trade movement in that maritime region to ensure that the free flow of the trade and there should not be any disturbance from that hostile neighbors or any threat is happening in that maritime region, sir.
Okay, so now this is how you see maritime security in terms of trade supplies, right?
Sir, yes, sir.
Anything else?
Sir, sir, reserves, it's there, sir. Minerals and these things are plays a major role. Minerals and security aspect also plays a major role, sir.
Have you heard of Great Nicobar project?
Yes, sir. I have heard about it.
What is Great Nicobar project?
Sir, Great Nicobar project is that recently came up. It's about transshipment project which is going to establish in the Andaman and Nicobar region, sir, where that goods will come and store that and the transshipment will happen in that region. So, infrastructure project.
Infrastructure project. Nicobar
Yes,
is also the place where we have the integrated command.
sir.
Can you tell me whatever you know about the
Sir, right now I do not have that thing about knowledge about that integrated command, sir. I will read about it, sir.
but it is a military project.
Right, sir.
You know that. Is it good to establish an infrastructure project of the size in Greater Nicobar project and the military project same time or the same place?
Sir, strategically, in my understanding, I feel it should be there, sir, because we are surrounded by, there are some neighbors and movement of the vessels are following. In that sense, infrastructure security is more important. At the same time, we can have that a military base or something to ensure that the security from and the safety from that other hostile neighbors, sir. So I feel that it's good,
Okay. There is a lot of criticism of the Great Nicobar project
sir.
because an allegation that it will destroy the ecology and the
Yes,
anthropology
sir.
of the islands, both the
Yes, sir.
travel and the ecology of the marine ecology.
Yes, sir.
What is your say on that?
Sir, it's about we need to balance between that national interest and that infrastructure and the ecological balance. Also, that community, the people who reside, particularly the Sompan community, is living there, sir. So, what we can do when it comes to the ecological balance, we can do that the proper environmental impact assessment and the proper relocation and rehabilitation of that the people who are affected by this project, then we can go for that infrastructure under that Nicobar project, sir. And when it comes to that, national interest should prevail, so that we need to secure our maritime region under the boundaries. Through proper communications and proper negotiation, we can improve it,
Okay, one last question.
sir.
Our Act East policy,
Sir,
how is it different from the Look East policy?
yes, sir. Sir, and that location policy, it's primarily focusing on that less interactions and just having the timely intervention, sir. Whereas in this activist policy, it actively involving in terms of connectivity and boosting that having hands with that other neighbors, particularly Asian countries, and deepening the trade and timely negotiations, everything. So in terms, I would say it's a very deepen and act promptly if the neighborhood is under any threat or something.
Is there any difference in the countries which we deal with under Act East policy and the Look East policy, or they're same?
So definitely it's a difference, sir. Whereas in that lookist, I would say it's a very passive in a manner,
No,
whereas in the tag,
the countries, then are there more countries in the Act East policy, less countries, same countries? Any
sir,
difference?
it is more countries, sir. In the activist policy, it is more countries like Asians and other partners, other countries also there, sir.
Like who? Which countries?
Sir, I do read about it, sir. I have limited knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Sabrish.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Kapoor?
Hello, Sabarishwan.
Sir,
Yes. Uh, who is your role model?
sir, my father is my role model, sir, in
Okay.
my family.
Okay. Tell me what worries you most about India?
Sir, in my understanding, sir, on the sir, internally or externally, sir?
Anything you can tell,
Yes.
whatever worries you.
Okay, sir. So I would divide it into two parts. Internally, what worries me, we have so demographic asset is there, and particularly tier two and tier three cities. There are a lot of potential is there. If we come up with the proper institutions at the tier two and the tier three level, and that effective involvement, including that women particularly into that labor force, then definitely India can reach that Viksit Bharat, certainly, sir, in a very fast manner. And externally, sir, yes, that ongoing geopolitics and economic uncertainties and the turmoil that is happening in that neighborhood that creates concerns. It might hamper to that India's as to take into that considerations internally and externally.
Okay. You are a drug distributor, right?
Yes, sir.
What is Schedule H, H1 and X drug?
Sir, in the Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940, which it describes that lot of schedules, under which Schedule H and H1 drugs, which deals with that antibiotics. So without prescription, we should not give antibiotics. So controlled under the Schedule H and H1. Whereas Schedule X, which deals with that control of the narcotic and the psychotropic substances.
But it is usually seen that drugs are being sold on counter without prescription. And what is
Yes,
the legal provision in this regard and why this is happening?
yes, sir. Sir, first, respect to why this is happening, because of that lack of effective enforcement from that authorities, we can effectively enforce Schedule H1 or H drugs, sir. It is not effectively enforced. And the second, it's why it's rampant. There are multiple reasons associated with that. First reason I would tell that due to limited diagnosis from that doctor, they do not know whether it is viral infection or bacterial infection. So they tend to give that antibacterial, even for antiviral, sir. That leads to one reason. Second, sir, awareness among the people. It's a less when it comes to medical literacy or medical awareness. That leads to take that over-the-counter medicine, sir. So these are some clinical reasons. Sometimes pharmacies are also not complying with the rules that are enacted in the government. They're just not complying with the scheduled HR H1, sir. These are the reasons why rampant antibiotics.
What happens to the expired drugs?
Yes, sir. Sir, there are some provisions in that drugs and cosmetic rules 1945 where they tells that suggest that from that pharmacies, retail pharmacies, they should give back that expiry medicines to that wholesale medicine from that where they purchased, sir. For us, as I am in that wholesale pharma, we have the two options whether we can destroy the drugs by compliance with the biomedical act. There are a lot of things, re-incineration, incinerations, landfills, these things are there, or else we can send the same drugs to that same pharmaceutical company where we have procured.
What that company will do?
So that company will destroy the drugs, sir. They will
And
throw.
who will ensure this, whether they are actually doing it or not practically?
Yes, sir. Sir, under that the same act, it directs that state licensing authority, Food and Drug Administration from the particular state. They have the designated body to uh, surveillance and monitor that pharmaceutical company whether they are doing or not. If they are not doing, they can enforce a penalty or punishment.
Uh, is there any lag in the implementation of these rules or provisions, whatever you have told, or these are implemented 100%?
Sir, in the right now, in the contemporary times, it is not enforced at the 100% time, sir. Sorry, 100%, sir. There are multiple reasons associated with this. The first, foremost reason is that drugs comes under health comes under that state subject. Drugs and poison comes under that concurrent list. So in India, drug is monitored by both CDSCO from the central government and the state level authorities also there. sometimes that a dual regulatory, which leads to lacks of the effective enforcement of the present laws, sir. And availability of that drug inspector also not up to the mark. It's very less. So that also acts as some hindrance to effective enforcement.
So we can say corruption is also the one of the reason.
Yes, sir. So unfortunately, it's
How do you see corruption? Is it a legal, is it a ethical failure or an institutional failure?
Sir, I would tell it's both, sir. So both aspect is that the corruption should not be there. In that, in terms of that, institution should be strong at the top level. That effective enforcement should be there. Same time, moral responsibility also it's derived from that intrinsic level. So, in my opinion, that intrinsic should be very strong. So morally, every should be obeyed by that intrinsic level. Morally abide by that.
Suppose you become DM tomorrow.
So,
How, what different thing you will do from others?
sir, to regulate this drug manufacturing, this,
Yes, yes.
yes, sir. Sir, first I would think from all the stakeholders who were involved, from the drug distributor, pharmaceutical company, medical company, everything. So I will let them know that existing rules and regulation, if they are not followed, that is strictly enforced, the things, whatever the laws is suggest, I will be given. And the second thing is that I would increase that availability of the drug inspector. I would enforce that some kind of risk-based inspection or surprise inspection. And if they are not obeyed by the rules, existing rules or some laws, that stringent punishment should be there because it is related to the public health and the safety at the end of the day. So there should be deterrent effect should be there. So I would enforce the existing laws and keep on monitoring and maintaining the surveillance about the pharmaceutical whether obeyed by rules or law.
Just one more thing. What is the provisions of RTI, and are those RTI provisions effective in this regulation?
Uh, Sir, RTA is there, sir, but because of that less awareness among the people, they are not applying that RTA with respect to that drug and these things. If they are known, then definitely they can that evolve and they can take and use this RTA against that on drug manufacturing or drug related issues.
But whosoever raises the concerns through RTI, does their concern resolves or they are not resolved practically?
Sir, in that particular area, I have a limited knowledge, sir. I will read about it, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sabarishwaran. Your
Thank you,
formal
sir.
interview is over. Now we would
Thank you.
like to share our assessment with you. So
Sir,
before
please.
we share our assessment, how do you think your
Sir.
interview went today? And compared to your former interviews in the UPSC,
Yes, sir.
which you say that you identified the problems and you tried to overcome those problems, how do you think
Yes, sir.
interview went today?
Sir, in the previous time, I did not articulate very well, sir. If they are more, sometimes I do not understand the intent of the questions initially, earlier times. So I had to work more on that. And even that knowledge-wise base also very less. Then I had to work more on that to increase my knowledge and to focus on my articulation as well. But in today's interview, I personally felt that in that international area, I work upon more. I could not answer properly. I am not satisfied with my answers. And with the rest of that pharma and these areas, I personally felt that I did pretty well, sir. But I'm eager to learn a lot of feedbacks and lessons from you.
So you are already aware about which areas you have to work on,
Yes, sir.
basically. Uh, I would say you are confident and generally you conducted yourself quite well.
Sir.
And I would say that your Vipassana meditation should help
Yes, sir.
you to focus more.
Yes,
So try
yes, sir.
to
Sir.
keep abreast of current affairs, whatever is happening,
Yes,
and try
sir.
to focus more and be more precise and accurate in answering various questions. So I will wish you well
Thank you, sir.
for your success this time.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Ambassador, go ahead.
Sabrish,
Sir,
I would advise you to read a bit more
sir.
on Act East policy,
Right, sir.
okay, as well as API issue.
Sir.
API, actually, we are the guilty party because our big pharma companies, in
Sir.
the interest of really devoting their resources to finished formulations,
Sir.
shipped away all our API industry to China, and in
Sir.
other cases, China used the opportunity to scale
Right.
those things. So we are actually responsible for what happened there. Similarly, for Andaman and Nicobar, the Greater Noida, Greater Nicobar project and Integral Command, do
Yes.
all that. It's not
Yes, sir.
simple. Uh,
Sir.
the tribal anthropology, the tribal preservation, and the ecological maritime ecology are causing a
Yes,
lot
sir.
of problem, and therefore they have not started the greater
Yes.
project as yet. So do read about that. Okay?
Definitely.
Otherwise, you're good.
Sir, one doubt, sir. Sir, with
Yes.
respect to API question, sir, actually, we shifted focus from that API to finished formulation. That API market has been taken by that China, right, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. Is that that is where we committed some kind of missed that
Yeah.
train or what?
We basically did not read China properly. China
Uh,
leverages both the supplier market and the
Domestic. Okay, sir.
so China used that opportunity to develop into the API hub.
Okay, sir.
Uh, just read about that. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Professor Kapoor?
Yes. Thank you, sir. Yes. Sabarishwaran,
Sir.
you are a good candidate. You're quite
Sir.
confident.
Sir.
Just want to add a few things that while I was asking questions from you, you were telling me or you were just sharing your views based on your experience and based on what exactly the provisions are.
Yes, sir.
But while answering, you were nowhere giving reference of the any constitution. You were not giving reference of any Supreme Court judgment, or even you are not giving reference of any reports. Like I was asking you about the corruption. Is it this or is it that? What you will do or something like that? You can give reference
Okay.
of Administrative Reform Commission also. And
Right, sir.
when I was asking you suggestions that what you will do, how to do it, when I was asking you the suggestions, you were giving me the suggestion on the basis of your experience and opinions. But
Sir.
it will be better if you also incorporate the suggestions provided by various reports, various committees. So in
Right,
these
sir.
areas, you need to basically read about those things also. And
Certainly, sir.
at the last, when he asked that as a DM, what you will going to do different. So you were telling me about the specific area that, sir, I will talk to the stakeholders. Again, that was very generalistic, and Vero answer was in a very narrow sense. Instead of that, you should have given a broader view that definitely I will talk to stakeholder, but I will increase the role of technology. I will take the help of technology into it
Yes,
because
yes.
technology. And second thing, I will try to increase the checks and balances with the help of technology itself.
Yes, sir.
Because of the lack of checks and balances, corruption exists.
Yes.
And even broader answer could have incorporated that there are certain advisories, though certain committees who has given the advices which have not been followed, which are not mandatory. But I will try to follow those advices also as a DM. So that will give a very broader look, and keeping into the consideration any Supreme Court or any constitutional duties. So that was basically required. So you
Right,
landed
sir.
in a very narrow answer. Everything was, whatever you were telling me, everything was based on your opinions and experience, and everything was focused on what only, that what exactly is the provision, nothing more than that. So try to enhance it, and you will definitely do it better. When is your interview?
Sir, Feb 24, sir. February 24.
24th February. Just try to work upon it. Definitely you can
Definitely,
do
sir.
it. You are a good candidate. You can
Yeah.
definitely do it. Best of luck.
We'll incorporate, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you so
Sir.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Wish
you,
you
sir.
all the
Thank you.
best. Wish you all the best
Thank you,
for
sir.
success.
Thank you, sir.